7-day blog challenge, writing your first blog post, creating an About Me page, and also adding a contact page to your site. Day number 3. Now that your WordPress site is all set up, we've configured it nicely and also set up a WordPress theme, it's now time to start writing the content for your site. And today we're going to be looking at writing the first blog post for your site and making sure you know how to format everything properly, creating your About Me page as it's one of the most important pages on your site, adding a Contact Me page and form on your site so that people can send you an email if they were to visit your blog, and also setting up categories, a site menu, and a search box. All right, now let's start with getting some content created for your blog. As always, we can get started from right within the WordPress dashboard area, and this time we're going to go to Posts. We can go to All Posts, and the first thing we want to do is get rid of this post that says Hello World. It's a default blog post that they put in, and we can just delete it because we don't need it. Now we can go to Add New, and this is what it's going to look like when you create a new blog post. So I'm going to create the title. I'm going to say how to start a blog, and as we can see, we can now add content here, and I'm just going to paste some content I already pre-wrote to show you what this looks like. You can also click this little toggle bar button right here, and that's going to allow for more settings and feature options. So this is all pretty self-explanatory. As you can see, we have our title. Right here is the permalink of what the URL is going to look like. And here we have all of the content. So if you know how to write an email or use Microsoft Word, this is easy enough. But we can also start customizing this as well to make it look a lot better. So as you can see right here, we have bullet points. All we have to do is click that button to make a bullet point. We can even italicize it. We can go right here and say, hi, my name is Zach Johnson. Let's just say I wanted to make this bold. And let's say I wanted to add a header title in here that says, let me tell you a story about blogging. And what we can do is highlight this and make it a heading tag, let's say an H2, and you can see how it becomes much bigger. So as we navigate through this content, there's a lot we can do. We can even do this one as well to recap on everything we covered, in H3. So this is all pretty easy, but now let's say we want to add an image. Since I'm talking about myself right here, we can do blogging. Let's add an image, center justify right here, and here's how we add an image. Click on the Add Media button, then we can take any file from our computer. Going to select this one here, and it will upload right to our site. And what we can do is change this caption. We can add a title here. And then when we like it, we can just go to Insert into Post, and this image will go live right on the blog post. We can also do this further down as well. Let's say we want to add another image here. Go to Add Media, Upload File, select Files, select another image that we want to add to our site. Again, everything here looks good. We're going to align center, insert into post, and now we have 2 images live on our site. So there's a few other things that we can do here as well. We can also link to a website, and setting up a link is very easy. All we have to do is scroll down, and let's say we want to turn this into how to start a blog of your own. We can highlight that, click on this link button right here, and then all we have to do is type in a URL. So I'll actually link to one of my other websites. Go like that, click on the blue button, and now we have an active link on our page. So all of this looks really good right now. We can also add a category for this, and I'm just going to put blogging resources. So everything looks really good right now for this blog post. We can actually scroll down, and we will see that the Yoast SEO plugin is at the bottom. And if we wanted to customize this, we could just add a description here. We could type something in real quick. And as we can see, the title is also pretty good. How to start a blog. In just 3 easy steps with Zach Johnson. And I also want to add a featured image. So I just need to click featured image, go to upload files again, grab one from the computer. This one looks good. Start your blog today. Set featured image. Everything here looks good to go. And this will be our first blog post. So now all I have to do is click on the publish button. If I wanted to schedule this for a different date or time, you can also do that here, but I'm just going to go with publish because it looks good to me. Now we can actually see what this looks like live on our website. So here's how it looks. As you can see, it's set up in just the way that we were talking about. The link is in place. We have this great looking text. We have our bullet points. We have images here. There's myself. We can set up an author section soon. And also over here, we can play around with these options as well in other videos. So now I want to actually create an About Me page because that's one of the most important pages on your site. Now back at the main dashboard area, you can see right here there's a button that says Add an About Me page, or we can go to Pages and select Add New. Now the difference between a post and a page is a post is usually a most recent blog post, and a page is a page that's going to be on your site, and it's not really one that's going to be updated often. So it would be your About Me page, a contact page, maybe a privacy policy or a disclaimer. So I'm going to title this one About Zach Johnson. And I also have some text I'm going to fill in here as well that I've pre-written. And as we can see up here with the permalink structure, it says About Zach Johnson, but I'm actually just going to change it so it says About. And that's something that you can change as well. And you should do that before you actually go live with a post. So again, here we have our text, and we can do some customization to make this look a bit better. We can make that an H2. We can make this one an H3. I also talk about a few different websites of mine, so we can highlight this. Make it link back to my website at zachjohnson.com. And of course, we can also add some images. Since this article is about myself, it would make sense to have a picture of myself. So again, we go to Upload Files. Let's grab this one. Looks good. We're going to make this one right justified. As you can see, it's a little big, so we can just grab the corner, pull it down. This looks good. We can write a little bit more in the section about blogging and how it's changed my life. We can maybe grab one more image and say, show some publications that I've been featured in throughout the world, just to back up the article and make it a bit more interesting. So we can select the image, make it center justified. And again, we can make it a little smaller. That looks great. So again, everything here looks good. We don't need to set up a category or anything for that. We don't need a featured image either. We can play around with the SEO settings if we like, but I will just leave that normal for now. And then I'm going to publish this. So let's go see what this looks live on our website. About Me page, About Zach Johnson. There's my photo. Link to my other website. Header looks good. Perfect. So now we have our first blog post. We have an About Me page. Now let's create a contact page. So we can head back to the dashboard area. And this time we're actually going to go to plugins and go to Add New. We're going to be adding a plugin called Contact Form 7. You can either type it in over here, or you can click on Popular, and it should be right at the top. We're going to click Install Now, Activate, and then we can go to Settings. And this little code right here is what you're going to need to put a form on your site. So you're just going to copy that, and we can also make sure all the settings on this form are correct. So we're going to be asking for name, email, subject, message. Then if you go to mail, it's going to show all of your information. Just make sure it's correct. So all of that looks good. We can go to Save. Then what we have to do is go over to the left side again, click on Pages, Add New, and this time we're going to put Contact Me. And again, it's going to come up with the permalink, but we're just going to change that to Contact. And once you have some written text in place, all you have to do is paste that code that we got from the previous page, and then we're going to click on the Publish button. So now that we've published this page, we can go see what it looks like on our site. Contact Me, we've got the title here, quick little description. All the person has to do is fill in their name, email, subject, message, click the send button, and then you will get an email. Next, we can set up a menu navigation for the next page. We can do that actually over here where it says more actions, manage widgets or menus, or we can go to the appearance and menus area on this side. So right now we only have a couple pages, but this should be easy enough to set up. The first thing we're going to do is go to create a new menu. We're going to type in top menu bar, create menu. And all we have to do now is select the pages that we want to appear. So I'm going to add these three. I'm going to put them in a different order. We're going to put home. I'm going to change this so it says contact. And then I'm going to change this one so it says about. We'll move this one up. Looks good. Save menu. And then after that, we have to go to manage locations. And primary, we just have to select the menu that we just created, go to save changes, and then we can go to our website and see what it looks like. And as you can see, we now have our little menu bar here. We have the home page, the about. If we click it goes to our about page, click contact, and it goes there. So everything now looks great. The only other thing that we really want to change real quickly is these side menus. To do that, we can just go right back to our dashboard area. This time we're going to click on widgets, or also in the appearance and widget settings. We can see here it already has set up search box. That looks good to me. Recent posts. I'm going to get rid of this archives. Not too many people use that. Not too many people use this meta tags. And I'm also going to delete recent comments. So right now we have the search feature, recent posts, and categories. And this will look much cleaner now when we go and look at our website. How to start a blog. There is our first blog post. We have recent posts, how to start a blog, and we also have our categories. Now, as we add more content to the site, this is going to fill up and look a whole lot better. And that's exactly what I'm going to be doing in this 7-day series. We're going to be adding at least 5 blog posts, and you're going to see how great this website looks as it comes together. And I also want to create my personal profile so it looks good at the bottom of all pages. To do that, we go to users, we're going to click on your profile. Then we just have to scroll down and fill out all this information. We have our username, but we can also put in our personal information. So my name is Zach Johnson, nickname is good, display name would be Zach Johnson. Again, we're going to go to website, we can fill this in, make it zachjohnson.com. And you can also fill in your Google+, Twitter, any other social profiles that you might already have set up. And then you can also fill in your bio information. So you can just fill out a bio real quick and say, my name is Zach Johnson and I want to help you create a blog. Please contact me with any questions you might have. My photo's already in here. You can do that by setting up a free Gravatar account. Everything else looks good. You can also mess around with some SEO settings if you want to try and rank your author page. Go to the bottom, click update profile. And now if we go back to the website, we will see that it actually looks much better when we click on a blog post and see the author bio at the bottom of the page. Now there's also just a couple things I want to customize as well. Really this section right here and this tagline. So to do that, we can just log right back into the dashboard area. And this is something that my theme shop is going to have built in already, which should be easy to set up. And go to theme options. So when we go into the general settings area, we can actually click on logo, and just like everything else, we'll upload the file. We're going to grab this little logo that I created. We can select image. That looks good. We can also add a favicon too. And that's basically an image that you want to appear in a browser tab when someone's on your website. So we can click this little crown image and that'll do the trick. All of that looks good. We can scroll down and click Save Changes. And now that we have a logo and favicon in place, I also want to change that header section where it says that other text. So let's just change it to say, I'm going to go to Save Changes. Then we can head back to the website and see how this looks. And we can now see that we have our custom logo in place and we have our text in place, which now makes a lot more sense. I'm going to have something better created, but I just wanted to show you right now that's a logo that we have for this site. So everything looks a lot better now. We have the blog post in place, logo, little tag over here, it looks better. We got our sidebar menu. We click on the blog post, we see the navigation menu here, and we also have an author bio set up. So this is really everything you need to get live with your website. Watch the video courses, be sure to read the notes, download the PDF files I have for you, and that's going to get you ready for the next few days as well. And what I want you to do now is also look at the notes within the members area, because they're going to give you all the tips and guidance for what type of content you should be creating and what direction you want to be heading. And I'll see you in tomorrow's next video.